premier worked as a 911 dispatcher for over a decade. Long enough to believe nothing could still shock me. I had heard screaming. I had heard people begging for their lives. I had heard silence after gunshots. After a while, it all blends together. You learn to separate yourself from the voices. You have to. Otherwise, the job destroys you. One night, my supervisor pulled me aside. His voice was calm, but his eyes weren't. He gave me one rule. A rule I didn't understand. He said, if a call ever comes from the old house at the end of the county road, you let it ring. I laughed it off at the time. The house was just a local legend. A big, abandoned place out in the woods, empty for decades. No address, no residence, no reason anyone should ever be calling from there. For months, nothing happened. Until one night, at exactly 2h47, my screen lit up. Unregistered number. No address. No location. Against my better judgment, I answered. At first, there was only static, thick, wet, like listening to a radio underwater. Then I heard it, a child's voice. He was whispering, barely audible. His voice shaken, crying. He said someone was hurting his family. He said there was a man in the house. A man in a mask. Training kicked in. I asked questions. I tried to calm him down. I dispatched police immediately when officers arrived. The house was empty. Completely empty. No forced entry. No people. No footprints. No signs anyone had been there in years. I told myself it had to be a prank. Some kid using technology to mess with emergency services. I logged the call and moved on. A week later, it happened again. Same time, same voice. Avez-vous tué 2h47? Each call was worse than the last. More screaming, more panic. Every time I sent police, every time they found nothing. I stopped sleeping. I started dreading Tuesdays. I needed answers during the day. I started digging through old records, old reports, old newspapers. And that's when I found it. A news article from 1975. A family murdered in that exact house. The parents were found dead. Brutally, but their young son was never found. He vanished without a trace. The case was never solved. The next Tuesday, the call came again. Louder than ever. The child was screaming, begging me not to let him be taken. My hands froze over the keyboard. I remembered Ditono en souhait. Do not engage. My finger hovered over the button to end the call. Then the screaming stopped. The line stayed open, silence, and then a new voice came through the static. It wasn't the child. It was a grown man. His voice was hoarse, broken. He whispered, "He sees you." Through the line, I looked up from my screen. There was nothing there. Just my reflection staring back at me. And the voice said one last thing. "Please, get me out of here."